Denial. Denial is one of the most common and insidious forms of gaslighting. A gaslighter might outright refuse to acknowledge events or experiences that have occurred, often saying things like, "That never happened," or "You're just making things up." This tactic is designed to undermine the victim's confidence in their own memory and perception of reality. Imagine having a heated conversation with a friend about a sensitive topic, and later when you try to bring it up, they insist it never took place. Even if you provide clear evidence, like messages or witnesses, they may still deny it, leaving you bewildered and questioning your sanity. The gaslighter can be incredibly convincing, maintaining their denial even in the face of undeniable proof. This relentless denial creates a toxic environment where the victim feels confused, unseen, and unheard. They may start to second-guess their own memories and feelings, wondering if they are indeed the ones who are lying or overreacting. Ultimately, this form of gaslighting can erode the victim's self-esteem and sense of reality, making it difficult for them to trust themselves or their perceptions. Recognizing denial as a type of gaslighting is crucial for reclaiming your sense of self and reality. Shifting blame. Shifting blame is another manipulative tactic used by gaslighters to deflect responsibility for their actions and make the victim feel at fault. During conversations or confrontations, the gaslighter often twists the narrative, redirecting the focus from their behavior to the victim's perceived shortcomings. Instead of addressing their own actions, they make the victim feel like the bad person in the situation, creating a confusing dynamic where the victim is left questioning their own behavior and intentions. For example, a gaslighter might say, "If you behaved differently, then I wouldn't need to treat you this way," effectively placing the responsibility for their negative actions squarely on the victim's shoulders. Or consider when a friend borrows your favorite shirt, spills red wine on it, and then blames you for not buying them a new one. This can lead victims to believe that they are the cause of the gaslighter's bad behavior, making them feel guilty or ashamed for simply expressing their feelings or standing up for themselves. It's a deliberate attempt to manipulate the situation and evade accountability, all while making the victim doubt their own actions. Minimizing. Minimizing is a sneaky gaslighting tactic where someone downplays your feelings, making you feel like you're being overly dramatic or sensitive. You might hear phrases like, "You're overreacting," or "You're too sensitive," which can really make you doubt yourself when you're just trying to express what's bothering you. It's frustrating, especially when you know your feelings are valid and deserve acknowledgement. For instance, if a gaslighter says something hurtful, they might quickly backtrack with, "I was only joking," leaving you feeling like you're the one making a mountain out of a molehill. This tactic can lead you to question whether your feelings are even real, or if you're just being silly for getting upset. It's akin to spilling coffee on your shirt and having a friend laugh it off, saying, "It's just a little stain." You're acting like it's the end of the world, dismissing your valid reaction to a frustrating situation. Recognizing minimizing as a form of gaslighting is essential for reclaiming your emotional validity and standing firm in how you feel. Withholding. Withholding is a gaslighting tactic that feels like hitting a brick wall. Instead of engaging in a conversation, the gaslighter might refuse to respond or pretend they don't understand what you're saying. Imagine trying to discuss something important, and they respond with, "I don't know what you're talking about," or "You're trying to confuse me." It's like they've mastered the art of dodging accountability. This tactic can leave you feeling frustrated and misunderstood, as if your words are bouncing off an invisible shield. It's like trying to explain the plot of your favorite movie to someone who insists they've never even heard of it. It's super annoying and dismissive. Withholding not only dismisses your feelings, but also prevents you from having a real conversation. It's a power move designed to make you feel small and voiceless, reinforcing the gaslighter's control over the situation. Countering. Countering is when a gaslighter tries to mess with your head by questioning your memories of events. They might say, "You have a bad memory," or "You never remember things accurately." It's as if they're accusing you of being forgetful or unreliable, even when you know your recollection is accurate. These subtle digs can make you start to doubt yourself and wonder if maybe you did get things mixed up. It's a psychological mind game that leaves you feeling destabilized. Gaslighters use countering to sow seeds of uncertainty, making you feel like you can't trust your own experiences. They want you to feel unsure, constantly questioning your memory and reality. It's like they're saying, "Oh, you think that's what happened? Well, you're probably wrong about that too." Recognizing this tactic is vital for maintaining your confidence in your own memories and perceptions. Diverting or discrediting. Diverting and discrediting is a nasty gaslighting tactic where the perpetrator tries to make you look emotionally unstable, unreliable, or just plain irrational. They might change the subject abruptly when you bring up something important, or dismiss your concerns with, this is just another one of your crazy thoughts. It's as if they're suggesting your feelings are too wild to even discuss. Gaslighters may also go as far as spreading rumors or lies about you, subtly telling others that you're emotionally unstable. By discrediting you in front of others, they create a narrative where your concerns are easily dismissed, making you feel isolated. They might even throw it back in your face saying, "Everyone thinks you're crazy, so it must be true." This tactic is designed to undermine your credibility and make you doubt your sanity, but recognizing it allows you to stand firm and trust your own mind. Deflection and distraction. Deflection and distraction are classic gaslighting moves that can leave you feeling completely baffled. When you confront a gaslighter about their behavior, instead of addressing the issue, they might change the subject or ask unrelated questions. It's like trying to have a serious conversation, and suddenly they're talking about the weather or asking, "So, what do you think about that new pizza place?" This tactic not only throws you off, but can also make you question if you should be pressing the issue. You might start to wonder if you're overreacting or if the topic was even important. It's a sneaky way for gaslighters to avoid accountability while keeping you in a state of confusion, constantly shifting the focus away from their actions. Use of stereotypes. Using stereotypes is a manipulative tactic that can deeply affect the victim. Gaslighters might lean into negative stereotypes about gender, race, ethnicity, sexuality, nationality, or age to control or belittle others. For example, in some heterosexual relationships, a man might say, "People will think you're being hysterical," exploiting harmful stereotypes about women being overly emotional. It's a low blow that not only undermines the woman's feelings, but also reinforces outdated ideas about how people should act based on their identity. This tactic isn't limited to personal relationships. It can also show up in healthcare settings, known as medical gaslighting. Healthcare providers might dismiss or question a patient's concerns, making them feel like their symptoms are exaggerated or imagined. Unfortunately, this kind of gaslighting often targets women and people from minority groups, who may already face stereotypes that undermine their credibility. Recognizing the use of stereotypes in gaslighting is critical for standing against such manipulations and asserting your right to be heard and respected. Using loving words as a weapon. Using loving words as a weapon is a subtle yet effective gaslighting tactic. Gaslighters employ affectionate phrases to deflect criticism when their behavior is called into question. For example, when you try to discuss something that bothers you, they might respond with, "You know I love you," or "I would never hurt you on purpose." This tactic attempts to wrap their harmful behavior in a veil of affection, distracting you from the real issue. This manipulation can make you feel guilty for bringing up your concerns, causing you to question whether you're being too harsh or misinterpreting their intentions. But if the same hurtful behavior persists, those sweet words are likely just a smokescreen to avoid accountability. Recognizing this tactic is crucial for maintaining your boundaries and ensuring that affection and respect are genuine. It's important to trust your feelings and not let loving words be used as a tool for manipulation. Rewriting history. Rewriting history is a classic gaslighting move where the gaslighter twists past events to make themselves appear innocent and the victim appear at fault. For example, if a gaslighting partner has been yelling at their spouse all night and the spouse finally yells back, the gaslighter might say, "You were yelling at me for no reason," completely flipping the narrative. This tactic is designed to leave you feeling confused and questioning your own memory of what really happened. You might start to wonder, "Did I really overreact?" Or, "Am I the one who's in the wrong here?" That's exactly what the gaslighter wants, to keep you second-guessing yourself and questioning your reality. Rewriting history is a powerful tool for them to maintain control and keep you feeling unsure. If you've experienced any of these tactics, remember that your feelings are valid and you deserve to be heard and respected. Don't let anyone rewrite your story or make you doubt your reality. If you found this discussion helpful, share it with someone who might need it, and don't hesitate to reach out for support. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love what's coming next. We're diving into the world of psychological disorders in the next video. Prepare to be amazed by some of the most shocking and rare conditions out there. Don't miss it. Subscribe and hit the bell icon so you're first to watch when it drops.